Rafael Leao to Arsenal is in talks. I'll say it again. Rafael Leao to Arsenal is in talks. AC Milan gunsman, slingsman, pistol man, the man himself. Yes, he is in talks of going to Arsenal. If you haven't already, of course, like as always, as I usually say in my videos, like, comment, and subscribe to Mandem Football. If you haven't checked this out already, your boy Demeachnyc here as always. If you haven't, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and of course, like, comment, and subscribe in the video. And yes, I will say it again. There have been ongoing talks in camps between Rafael Leao from AC Milan, his camp, and Arsenal Football Club. We know that if you haven't heard already, Andrea Berta has contacted Rafael Leao in the past, over this past few months, as a potential target to be a left winger for Arsenal Football Club this season. AC Milan are in a situation, I can inform you, that they are not looking so great going into next season. Let's be completely real. They just recently played Arsenal in the preseason tour in Singapore, and Arsenal got the victory 1-0, went into penalties, and seemingly AC Milan won, but it doesn't really matter. But yes, it is true. AC Milan are in talks, or Rafael Leao, I should say, informally are in talks with Arsenal Football Club for a potential transfer to the Emirates next season. So, what does this mean? Well, Arsenal, in their case, they have two left wingers, Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli. And from my sources, it tells me that they are in a position where they have to sell either Martinelli or Leandro Trossard to get the funds to sign someone like Rafael Leao at AC Milan. There are talks that Rodrigo from Real Madrid is also a target for Arsenal next season, this summer, I should say. And it's really up to him whether he wants to go or not. I'm pretty sure it was told to me that he would be staying at Real Madrid come next season. But it seems like those details are not anything to take into consideration. But for me, as of what I've been told by exclusive sources, yes, exclusive sources, Rafael Leao is a potential target for Arsenal, and that there have been talks between Arsenal and Rafael Leao's camp. This is similar to what we have heard about Eberechi Eze to Arsenal, where Eberechi Eze has been keen on wanting to join the Arsenal and wanting to join the Emirates come next season as a player for them, but he plays as an attacking midfielder and could be utilized as a left winger. The only difference is that Eberechi Eze is a midfielder by trade. Rafael Leao is a left winger by trade. So it would only make sense for Arsenal to really go all in for someone like Rafael Leao, which we have been reported on, and I have been hearing a lot about just from sources. I can't tell you those sources. But yes, if you also haven't seen, there have been subtle hints by Rafael Leao over the past few weeks, and over this summer, wearing a Thierry Henry jersey, linking up with Declan Rice a few times. We already saw after the game that Declan Rice and Rafael Leao have a great relationship and a great friendship going on there. He's been in talks with several of those players. He also seemingly liked Victor Gyökeres's post that he will be joining Arsenal once he actually had the kit on. So there have been a lot of links. Rafael Leao, a huge link that we have not seen just past this weekend, that Rafael Leao has removed his AC Milan club out of his bio on Instagram. He's replaced that with literally nobody there besides just his sponsors. And there is not a team that he is identified as playing for, at least on Instagram, in his bio. So this is something that I have to recognize and to just tell you, because Rafael Leao is definitely a player that many clubs are looking into. But from what I've known and from what I've heard, Rafael Leao seemingly is keen on joining Arsenal, if you have not heard already from certain sources. But my sources tell me, like I said before, that this is a guy that, let me tell you something right now. If he is to go to Arsenal next season, I don't really honestly see Liverpool being a competition at that point. I really don't. I really don't. Unless Liverpool get their hands on Isak, which we have yet to see, but it seems like that will be happening. But I will be completely serious. I look at that Liverpool team, I look at this Arsenal team, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be an incredible race for the Premier League next season. This is going to be generational. This is going to feed generations to come. You know, fans are talking about, you know, Chelsea are going to be there, Manchester City going to be there. Who's going to be there? Newcastle. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. This is between Arsenal and Liverpool. It seems personal. It seems personal with Arsenal, and it seems personal with Liverpool. I mean, we know Manchester City did a lot of work over the summer, but very early on. We did a lot of business early on, Manchester City. So who knows? But we saw them in the Club World Cup, and I'll be the first to say I wasn't too impressed. They had some great games, like against Juventus. Don't get me wrong, but they should not have lost to Al Hilal, or I think it was Al Hilal. Yeah, they lost to them, and that was pretty disappointing. So who knows how they're going to be, and they really weren't that great last season. So I look at this Arsenal team, I look at this Liverpool team, and I think it's really between those two, especially if Arsenal get their hands on who possibly could be coming to the Emirates next season, Rafael Leao. This is huge, huge stuff. I mean, Arsenal have already just signed Victor Gyökeres. Arsenal have already signed the likes of Zubimendi, who is already showing a lot of great things. We see Max Dowman, an absolute gem of a 15-year-old in the Premier League, at just 15 on preseason, you know, licking up Joe Linton and those Newcastle guys. So he is going to be a great addition to that Arsenal team. We already know Martin Odegaard is still there. Declan Rice is there. You just have to think of the team that's already there, right? Now you have the likes of Saka. You have Victor Gyökeres. They seemingly are probably going to sign Eberechi Eze at some point. It just depends on the outgoings and actually getting those players out to fulfill the role of a Rafael Leao and an Eberechi Eze. But more importantly, yes, it is true. Rafael Leao to Arsenal seems like that could be happening. I'm not saying that it is a definite thing that's happening, but from what my reports are telling me, Arsenal are very interested in signing someone like Rafael Leao if they can't get their hands on someone like Rodrigo at Real Madrid, who still has not made up his mind as to whether he wants to stay at Real Madrid or go on a new chapter in his career. And Rafael Leao, at the moment, if you look at AC Milan, that team is not set up in a great predicament as of right now. They do have good players like Christian Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Mainan in goal, but they lost key players like Kyle Walker. Theo Hernandez is not there. Reinders has left. Sandro Tonali is no longer there. And I mean, he was long gone, but Sandro Tonali was one of the key players to AC Milan a few years ago, and they've been left kind of short over the past few years, especially financially. So I have to really look at the situation for Rafael Leao as a player and understand that this is a guy that is deemed as untouchable by AC Milan fans and just the AC Milan club in general. But they finished in 9th place this season in the Serie A. They finished in 9th place. So is it something where I can look at and go, he's just going to stay, there's no way he's going to leave? Absolutely not, especially if you got the likes of Arsenal knocking on the door that are in need of a left winger and have the money and have the PSR to spend that money on someone like Rafael Leao, if they're also looking at signing someone like Rodrigo or Eberechi Eze. So you have to look into this. If you haven't already, definitely believe in what I'm telling you right now. This is why it's Mandem Football. This is why it's the real deal. It's the truth. It's the objective truth. And Rafael Leao could possibly be going to Arsenal, and this might be the final nail in the coffin right here. Because in theory, the final nail in the coffin for Arsenal was to sign a striker that they've been missing out on for the last 3 seasons, right? If you were to tell any Arsenal fan 2 years ago or so if they ever needed a left winger, if they ever needed another attacking midfielder, that answer would be no. They have Martin Odegaard. They have Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard. There's nothing for them to worry about, right? The future is bright. All that's needed is a proper striker, and now they have their proper striker. So there's no excuse for Arsenal not to win something next season. But if you are to actually get someone like Rafael Leao and sign Eberechi Eze to put the nail in the coffin, the cherry on top, no stone unturned, with someone like Andrea Berta at the helm of all of this, and someone like Mikel Arteta, coaching the club and coaching the squad, this is going to be a dangerous team if we haven't already made that clear on this channel, and if we haven't made that clear in world football. Arsenal will be the team to beat, and I honestly will go as far as to say that if Arsenal get Eberechi Eze and Rafael Leao, they will be the favorites to win the Premier League, and I have no doubt about that in my mind, and I don't have any doubt that Arsenal probably will win the Premier League and whatever comes with that outside the Premier League, if they are to sign someone like Rafael Leao and Eberechi Eze. And I mean that from complete objectiveness, because as of right now, Liverpool are looking insane. But if they get Isak and Arsenal get Javi Gyökeres, but they get Leao and Eberechi Eze, there's literally no conversation. There's literally nothing that can dispute that. One team is clearly better than the other team, and one team is already on the come up of winning big things while another team has already won things. So that is basically the battle, and that is what we are going to be dealing with if all of this is to happen sooner than later, which I really do expect to happen. So that's what I got for today, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe in the video as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.